Good morning, Unity. Welcome to Unity in the Seven Hills. It looks great seeing all of you smiling faces out there. Let's stand and sing some songs together. How about that? Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. Woo! I understand now what I'm here for. What this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside. Well, now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing, lending a hand. Here we go. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Woo! Got a couple of classics this morning. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I'm free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. One more time. Here we go. All together. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. And here's a modern classic for you guys. I gotta make sure I don't get go off too fast after all that excitement. Now, I hope you got your lips on and in place. There's a lot of words. Here we go. Wake up, catch fire, It's time for us to stretch ourselves and reach for our desire. Rise up, be free, expand our minds forever, becoming all that we can be. Look in, look out, finding all the joy within, giving us occasion to shout. Hold on, dig deep. There is a purpose, you are here in this beautiful mystery. You have a reason, you lead the way. This is your season, this is your day. You have a reason, you lead the way. This is your season, this is your day. The light in me sees the light in you. The spark in me sees you shining through. Yeah, the light in me sees the light in you. The spark in me sees you shining through. Wake up, catch fire. It's time for us to stretch ourselves and reach for outside. Be free, expand our minds forever, becoming all that we can be. Look in, look out, finding all the joy within, giving us an occasion to shout. Hold on, deep, deep. There is a purpose, you are here in this beautiful mystery. You have a reason, you lead the way. This is your season, this is your day. You have a reason, you lead the way. This is your season, this is your day. The light in me sees the light in you. The spark in me sees you shining through. The light in me sees the light in you. The spark in me sees you shining through. Do do do, do 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 do. There you are. Good morning, everybody.
Hello. Hello. Okay, hi. Okay, welcome to the Unity in the Seven Hills. And if you're on YouTube, thank you for being on YouTube as well. And we have got almost a full house in here. New people, fun people. Oh, just from old, young. Yes, we got them all. Okay. We're going to bless the candle, have a prayer. Our prayer chaplain is going to be, we're going to mix up the prayer chaplain services this morning, okay, duties this morning. Sally? Thank you, Sally.
Good morning. Let's all go into a state of prayer now. O Spirit of our Creator God, we ask your blessings to fall upon us this morning. We declare now that this is a sacred space, a space where we feel safe, where we come, some with broken hearts, some with difficulties in front of them. And we ask that their souls, their spirits be nurtured today, that they be gently shepherded into the place of peace and knowing that because God is, all is well. And so, Lord, at this time, our brothers and sisters in Maui are experiencing terrible, terrible tragedy. And so in this moment, we want to stop and send them love, light, and energy. So if we would just drop from our minds, visualize ourselves dropping into our heart space, And now that place where all is one is like the unity candle, where we cultivate, expand love, light, and energy. And now we see that forming a bubble that glows. And now we see that bubble leaving our hearts and traveling as a bird might fly over the map of the United States. See it going over the ocean and into the island of Maui. And now turning into thousands and millions of little tiny bubbles that are still mighty and full of love, going into the hearts of each and every person who has experienced loss and trauma. And so we trust your spirit to do what it does. Take care of them, and we bless them. And so it is. Amen.
Okay, we welcome the newcomers. We have newcomers for the first time today that want to tell us that you're new. Well, anyway, welcome. Get with somebody and let them tell you what Unity is about. Welcome to the Unity in the Seven Hills. If this is your first time here, please raise your hand, and the greeter as well. We give you a new visitors package. We have some back there. Okay. Now, Unity Principle of the Week. Each week we will state one of the 5 basic Unity principles. Today our principle is: human beings are divine at their core and therefore inherently good. Want to say it again? Human beings are divine at their core and therefore inherently good. Okay. Now we're going to bless our youth together. Don't forget to bless ourselves too, because we're still youth. But they're experiencing it now. So you are a perfect child of God. God and I love you just the way you are and wherever you are.
So let's stand and sing as they head off downstairs. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Woohoo!
Okay. Now let us affirm our mission. We say this together. Unity in the Seven Hills is a vibrant, inclusive community that inspires individual spiritual growth through education, prayer, heart connection, and sacred service. Okay, move to our vision statement. We are inclusive community centered in spirit. We embrace our divine oneness, power, and purpose. Okay, our daily word, Rhonda. Yes, let's see. Oh no, she needs it. We need the daily word. So, you want my glasses? Okay. The daily word today is remember. Great. They're out there. Okay. Hey, everybody. It's good to be here with her daily word. Thank you. Okay. And we're going to hand it over to our special praise.
So during the year 2020, the P word, there wasn't much to do for musicians. So I took a bunch of courses online. And one of the first ones I did was with a lady called Kathy Heller, who's like, she's into sync licensing music, but also she's like a really positive kind of spiritual person, fits right in with what we do. And on the first day, I was like, okay, I'm going to take some notes, and maybe from that some song will come. I took, these are all like Kathy Heller words, put together from the first day of her course. So where she said, she's like big into let's go, yeah, like this, right? So there's some of that in this. It seems to be taking forever. She didn't do it with an English accent though. I know I've been less than my best. For so long I've been shut down and tethered. I'm not even taking the test. Now I've been living it small time, playing the game half the way. Now I'm planning the big time. And I've got something to say. I'm gonna show up as myself, I'm gonna show up, 'cause there ain't nobody else. I'm gonna grow up into myself. Show up. I am tired of waiting. Time for actions today. Ain't no time for debating. I'm finally finding my way. I'm gonna show up as myself. I'm gonna show up, 'cause there ain't nobody else. I'm gonna grow up into myself. Show up. Gotta stop building fences. Get right there in the flow. Gonna first ask the question. Let's go. I'm gonna show up as myself. I'm gonna show up, 'cause there ain't nobody else. I'm gonna grow up into myself. Show up. We've got to show up as ourselves. We've got to show up, 'cause there ain't nobody else. We've got to grow up into ourselves. We gotta show up. Sing it with me. One more time. love those false endings.
We have a guest speaker today. Well, I don't know. She's always welcome here, put it that way. This is Reverend Kate Adamson. She is an ordained interfaith minister living in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. She serves as a compassionate guide and chaplain through the turning points of life, including birth, marriage, death, and grief, among others. Her ministry of presence centers on the power of deep awareness and collaborative engagement. And now I welcome Reverend Kate Adamson.
Thank you. I've got this. Hi, Unity in the Seven Hills. I am so happy to be back here. I feel so honored whenever I get an invitation to come down here. I live about 45 minutes north of here up in Faber in Nelson County. So y'all feel like cousins to to my home church. I was the youth education director at Unity of Charlottesville for about 11 years. And I also got to serve as the young adult consultant for the next generation of Unity for about 3 years for the whole Eastern region. I grew up in Unity. I started going to Unity when I was like in 5th grade, and my mom found Unity as her spiritual path, and then she brought us along, and it became my spiritual path. And it has been a joy actually to come back to it as an adult, because as a young adult, I kind of went my own way and found my own path, and then when I had kids of my own, I thought, oh, I really want to give my kids the same grounding in these teachings that I had that were so powerful for me. So in Unity, one of the early teachings that I heard, I don't even know when, but I am imagining it was sometime in my high school years. We love to say this phrase, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Yes? Is this a familiar phrase that y'all have heard before? When I first heard that, I thought, oh, that is so clever. That's so clever because it flips the script on our general understanding, like as Western culture people, of what it is to be human, that we are lowly human beings yearning for more, that we might eventually get to taste God. But it gives us this idea that instead we are divine beings, tasting this earthly realm. And that offers beauty and some relief from some of the pain and struggle of being human, to be able to say, oh, this is not the truth of who I am. This pain and struggle that I'm experiencing, I am divine. I have the sacred within me. I'm not reaching for it. I am it. Especially as a teen in YOU, I found that message so powerful because so many of the other messages I was getting from my peers and from the culture around me were different about how I'm not good enough, I'm not measuring up, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not popular enough, I'm not smart enough, or whatever. Like when I came to YOU on Sundays, I got to remember my inherent divinity, and that was so powerful. It's also been powerful for me during other dark times in my life. When I was not in Unity, I'm thinking particularly of like early marriage, when I was struggling to figure out who am I as a wife and as a stepmom to these kids who are not mine, and lots of dark times were that remembering of I am more than this. I am more than what I am experiencing right now in this complicated, messy human life. It gave me the inspiration and the hope to move towards something better instead of just giving up and being like, well, I guess life sucks. I knew something different was possible. On its own, though, that perspective, I think it can fall into a trap of spiritual bypassing, of like, well, this sucks, but I'm a sacred being, so I'm just going to step away from the part of life that's hard, and I'm going to go into my meditation room and close the doors and just be in the peace and the stillness of God. And then I guess I have to go out again and live this messy human world, but I can go back to like the peace and beauty of the sacred whenever I want. I need some water. There's a therapist and Buddhist teacher called John Wellwood who's coined that phrase of spiritual bypassing. And he said it's a tendency to use spiritual ideas and practices to sidestep or avoid facing real issues that need to be addressed. It's like if I am in conflict with somebody and I get angry at them, I leave the room and I go and meditate and get really, really peaceful. And then I come back and I pretend like nothing happened. It's like closing a wound with the infection trapped inside. It's going to fester. It's going to come back. And so while I have found great power in identifying as a spiritual being, I am here today to say I think it is also really important to explore our human experience as well. And I find the natural world to be a great ally in this exploration because it is messy and it is cyclical and it is constantly changing, just like us. So here in our natural world right now, here we are in late summer. And summer is a time of growth. So much growth and change, some of it messy, especially if you have a garden at this time with all of the abundance that there is. And we can sometimes experience growth as joy. Hey, look, I'm taller than I was yesterday. Hooray for me, I have grown. Or like, look, I've got a flower. Check out my beautiful bloom. Look at how I have been able to grow. But sometimes, for me at least, the experience of growth can bring discomfort. I'm like, why did I leave that protective experience of being a seed under the ground where nobody had to look at me and where I didn't have to do anything except exist? I think it was better the way it was before. Or like, hey, I have grown. I am not a seed anymore. Why am I struggling? Why is this so hard? I grew up. I should know better by now. I should be better by now. That's, at least for me, as a recovering perfectionist, that is one of the ways that I experience growth as like, well, shoot, I thought that I had gotten there, but it looks like I still have farther to go. And then that turns into a struggle. Or like, hey, didn't I already do this last year? Didn't I grow in this same way? I thought I had learned that lesson. These are all ways that, like, in this human experience, I find myself getting agitated and critical of myself when I experience myself as not being as good as I think I should be. And then these stories emerge that equate struggle with failure. If I'm having a hard time, it means I'm not doing it right. Does anybody else get that message in your mind sometimes when you're struggling? I see some nods. Yeah. Then I can experience myself in those times of struggle. I can experience myself as bad and wrong and definitely not divine. And then I start to close in on myself and want to not be seen, want to not show up and shine my light, but instead to hide and say, like, well, if I'm bad and wrong, then I must, like, you probably don't want me around, you probably don't want to hear what I have to say. So then what do? what do we do? What can we do during those times when we are like, I'm struggling. I don't want to be struggling. We can zoom out and take that spiritual perspective and anchor ourselves in the idea that we are sacred beings. We can come back to that truth of like, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, that first unity principle that there is only one power and one presence in the universe and in our lives, God the good omnipotent. There is so much power in that to be able to say, there is only God. And if there is only God, then I am part of God. And if God is good, then I am good. Right? And that was the principle that we were looking at this week. Sometimes it is so powerful to be able to accept that as a persistent, unchanging truth. And sometimes I struggle when I get stuck in the question of, if God is all there is, and God is all good, how can I be God when I struggle? Or when I'm experiencing myself as lazy? Or when I'm watching myself be mean? Or when I don't know what to do? Where is God in me then? When I'm experiencing myself and all of my human struggles, sometimes it's hard for me to make that leap to, no, but I'm actually divine. Regardless of all these struggles, I'm divine. Instead, I go to the I can't even express God right. So, another way that I have found to move myself through those times of struggle is to zoom back in. Instead of zooming out and taking the spiritual perspective, I zoom even more deeply into the perspective and the persistent truth of this messy human world that I find in nature, and especially being in the woods. And the message of the woods is that persistent change is beautiful, true, and necessary. When I go out in the woods, I drink a glass of water. When I go out in the woods, I see the constant shifting of light and shadows. I see that a long-standing tree has fallen in a storm. I hear birds singing, and then they stop. And then they start singing again. I see that a meticulously crafted spider web has gotten snagged by a fallen stick or my shoulder. I see that after it rains, mushrooms emerge where there weren't any the day before. And when I'm sitting there in the woods, especially when I sit in the woods day after day after day, I recognize that none of these changes are good or bad. They're just different. And I also see that nothing is constant, that everything is changing. I see that the spider rebuilds its web, and I don't think it does it with resentment towards the stick or my shoulder. And I see that the decaying tree is nourishing new growth. And so the message that I get there when I'm in the woods, the message of Nature for Humans, is that the experience of growth and change is part of the inherent order of all things. That I'm not aiming for a certain right way of being, but that experiencing myself as I was this way, and now I'm this way, and maybe someday I'll be this way, or maybe that experience isn't not God or not sacred. That my wandering, emerging experience of my own growth and change is part of the natural order of things. And that phrase that we're spiritual beings having a human experience, it kind of sets things up in a dichotomy of like, we're really this, we're experiencing this. But these are not, of course, these are not mutually exclusive teachings. It's not like the spiritual teaching is that God is unchanging perfection, and the teaching of nature is that it's okay to be messy and changing. These are not mutually exclusive. There is a way that we can find resolution of these two ideas. And one beautiful place that I have found reconciliation of those two ideas is from the mystical branch of Judaism called Kabbalah. Just a caveat, I am not an expert on Kabbalah. I am not here to teach Kabbalah. I have great gratitude and reverence for my teachers over the last 7 years while I've been studying this. Kabbalah, in this mystical branch of Judaism, acknowledges multiple simultaneous layers of reality and explores how to traverse the path between ultimate divinity and our human world. That there is not a tension between those two, and there's definitely not a solid dividing line between those two, between ultimate divinity and our human world, but there are many paths through a rich landscape that connect ultimate divinity and the human world. It's like this rich fabric, a tapestry. Rabbi David Cooper is a Kabbalistic rabbi, and he wrote a book called God is a Verb. And this book has really helped me reframe my experience of being part of divine existence. In this book, he says, Kabbalists say that the infinite form of God is perfect, and that this universe, as a physical manifestation of God, is constantly in the process of perfecting itself. Indeed, Judaism says that the very purpose of existence is the continuous perfecting of the universe. An essential aspect of God's perfection is the creation. You see, perfection cannot be perfect without the potential for perfecting. I'm going to read that last one again. Perfection cannot be perfect without the potential for perfecting. So as a recovering perfectionist, as I've been like, oh, I'm not up there, I am down here in my messy growth, but I should be perfect, and until I am, then I'm not actually divine. That's the way my mind works, even with all of the unity, years and years and years in unity that I've had. Instead, this idea is that the act of growing is part of the ultimate perfection of the universe. When I first read that, something in my world just flipped around. Instead of either or, it is both. That moving from where I am into what more is possible brings me into the sacred existence that I'm yearning for. Perfection includes growth and change. That idea for me has brought me so much peace. And I'll just say, as an interfaith minister, I love looking at many different perspectives on this. And this idea is not just found in Judaism. And as another example, in the Quran, in Islam, there are 99 names for God. 99 different aspects of the divine. And 3 of them, when I looked through the 99 names of like, where are the names for growth and change? And the 3 that I could pull out are Al-Jabbar is the compeller. Al-Basit is the expander. And Al-Muqaddim is the expediter, he who brings forward. And Islam is also a monotheistic religion. These are not different gods. These are just different names for God, different aspects of God, compelling, expanding, and bringing forward. And so this illustrates the idea that growth and change is an expression of God, and that one way of experiencing God is not as a thing, like the being who tells us what we should do or how to be or towards whom we are reaching, but instead God is a process. God is an action. God is a verb. As we grow, we are expressing that process of divinity. As we grow, we are Godding. This is a word that David Cooper introduces in his book, this idea that as we experience ourselves as our unfolding humanity, we are Godding. I am Kating right now. Daniel is Danieling. And we are both Godding right now, right here in this moment. So we are Godding. Everyone around us is Godding. And that deepens our capacity for compassion for ourselves and others. Oh, look, he's just being part of the process of the universe perfecting itself. Look at him doing that. Oh, look, I'm just being part of the process of the universe perfecting itself. Okay, I can handle that. Look at you being there, part of the universe perfecting itself. So what would it look like for us to shift our experience of growth from struggling to Godding? What would it look like for us to do that? One possibility is that every time I let myself make that shift from the I'm not who I want to be, to I'm a part of the universe perfecting itself, just that is an experience of growth. It's an experience of change, and that is sacred. So to me, that feels like I have Dorothy's ruby slippers on, and I didn't know it until Glinda pointed it out to me, of I've had the power with me all along to experience myself as sacred at the same time as I am being present with my humanity. I don't have to run to the meditation room to experience my sacredness, but I can experience my messy humanness as sacred. And so what if we reframe all of our tension and resistance and fear and struggle as a little flag in our brain that's popping up to say, did you forget your Godding? When I experience myself clenching, just that action is oh, I have forgotten. And as soon as I remember that I've forgotten, then I can remember. Another piece of this is that when I'm in that place of seeing what more is possible, when I feel myself, I want to be better than I am. Is that an experience that some of you have sometimes? I want to be better than I am. That is sacred wisdom. That's giving us a yearning to grow. It's giving us a direction to be pulled in, to say, okay, God. And I think of it like a sunflower. You know, a sunflower is growing towards the sun all the time, and its face, its blossom, follows the sun across the sky of yes, 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 yes. Give me what I need. And that's happening, that the sun, at the same time as the sunflower is reaching, the sun is coming in and through photosynthesis, giving that sunflower all the energy it needs to do the growing. So we're what we're reaching towards is feeding us and fueling the reaching at the same time. And that's how I experience my yearning to grow. That when I notice myself thinking, I want to be better, I know that what I am yearning towards is giving me all I need to grow. It's giving me all I need to become what I feel is possible, what I sense is possible. So we do all that we can, ready to grow in our capacity to do more. Henry Nouwen, who was a Dutch Catholic priest and a prolific theologian. Does anybody know Henry Nouwen? I love his writing so much. He has really reflected on this sacred nature of being human, being in our sacred humanity. He wrote, "The whole course of the spiritual life is falling off and returning, slipping away from the truth and turning back to it, leaving and returning. That is the spiritual work we do, again and again and again." So my inspiration, what I hope to encourage us all in, including myself, is to be gentle with yourself. You are growing, and your growing is part of the perfection of the universe. And you are godding as you grow. And we'll come back to that phrase of being spiritual beings, having a human experience. I think it sets up a false dichotomy. And instead, I offer that we are human spiritual beings, having a spiritual human experience. And so let's prepare for meditation.
Thank you. So I just disappeared for a moment to go find the Daily Word, because I thought we should hear it. Turns out it's perfect for today. Isn't it always the way? So the word for today is excitement. I am an active participant in this exciting life. Each new day, the sun rises on a world full of wonders, from the magnificence of the natural world to the many fascinating things there are to learn, and the many displays of creativity that surround me. I can find so much to capture my interest and kindle my excitement. When I shrink from this life, when my interest in exploration wanes, I can lose my zeal and passion. My involvement is the key. To regain my excitement, I become an active participant in this life. I break out of the comfortable habits and routines. I try new things and meet new people. If this is intimidating, I remind myself God is everywhere, where and in everyone. As I explore, I am opening myself to more and more of the divine. As my interest grows, a bigger world awaits me. And from Psalm 156, let everything that breathes praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Oh, and I just wanted to point out we had ruby red slippers last week, right? You didn't know that, did you? No. So if you guys remember The Wizard of Oz, and reminds me I've got to get some new shoes. So there you go. Let's, can we turn the light off? We're going to go through phases of this song. And we're going to do it like we've never done it before. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You are doing amazing things. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Amazing, amazing. We will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. Oh, we will do amazing things. Oh, oh. Amazing, amazing. Oh, we are doing amazing things. Amazing, amazing. We are doing amazing things. Amazing, amazing. I will do amazing things. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Amazing, amazing. I will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. I am doing amazing things. Amazing, amazing. I am doing amazing things.
So taking that sweet, sweet knowledge and experience of we are doing amazing things, just being here right now, being our messy human selves, bringing that now into a space of meditation. Closing your eyes if that feels comfortable to you. Dropping into the stillness and the wisdom that arises in the stillness. Just being present with ourselves, being gentle with ourselves. Tending to the sweet truth of the dual existence of our humanness and our sacredness. Sweet, sweet, sweet human being. And sweet, sweet, sweet sacred being. Know the beauty of both. Sit with the truth of both right here and right now. And I invite you to call to mind someone in your life who you may be challenged by. Someone whose messy humanity may feel like a struggle for you. And I invite you to experiment with seeing their messy, complicated humanity as part of the universe perfecting itself. See them guarding. Know that their messy humanity is sacred. And I invite you to zoom out with that perspective and hold the children downstairs and the people you may see later on today, the strangers who you may pass on the street, and all of the humans on this planet. Knowing that each of them, including ourselves, are part of the universe, perfecting itself endlessly. We are all guiding. Holding ourselves and holding all of humanity with compassion. We say thank you, God. Thank you, God, for this opportunity to experience ourselves as the potential to grow. And we know that it is so. And so we come back from this time of meditation holding our tender perspective on ourselves and on each other as we open our eyes to this beautiful, beautiful community of unity in the Seven Hills.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. Let's stand and sing. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well.
Awesome. Thank you, Reverend Kate. Okay. Now we have announcement time. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see. Stay informed on all our events and classes at unityinthesevenhills.org. If you prefer, there are hard copies of the calendar and newsletter in the back. And here's what's happening currently. We have many classes going on right now. Come and join us. Yoga is every Monday at 6:15 and is only $5. Rubber meets, that's with Rhonda. And Rubber Meets the Road every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. on Zoom. Metaphysical interpretation on Wednesdays at 1. Thursdays, meditation. Thursdays, I heard they were awesome, at 6. One to Oneness, Be Here Now, Thursday at 7 p.m. And getting ready to start the Ram Dass book. Okay, yes, okay. And if interested, sign up by email at Unity. This is all spelled out, Unity in the Seven Hills at gmail.com. Now, put the name of the class in the subject line if you don't mind, because that will help us. Most classes are both in person and on Zoom. We record all the sessions, so you can receive videos by email every week, even if you can't attend. Okay, now, on Saturday, October the 7th, we will host the Building Bridges Through Diversity Workshop. This event is presented by Linda Dunn, Adjunct Assistant Professor of Peace and Conflict Studies at Elon University and trained facilitator of the NCIB, National Coalition Building Institute, and her team. It will go from 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Attendance $20, but no one will be turned away. Let's really embrace our mission and vision by being part of this important training. See the sign-up sheet at Unity in the Seven Hills. Oops, I can make an S. Or email at that same email, unityinthesevenhills@gmail.com. Our prayer chaplain that will be staying after today is Miss Christy Cook. And a few of us are still here to help her if she needs it. And if you're watching at home, please like and comment, subscribe, and click that bell icon for notifications. It's the easiest way to access our live streams. For those here in person, don't forget to join us for coffee. Coffee, maybe deviled eggs downstairs. No deviled eggs. Okay. So now we're going to do our abundant. No, we have to do our. Okay. No, we're going to do the offering first. Okay. The way we do right now is we're going to get up and come in a circle, come to the middle, and then we're going to come and visit up here. This is our basket for giving. We also have other ways of giving, which is through
Do this.
Zelle. It's not up here. Go to the website. It tells us how to give other ways. You get USPS, the United States Postal Service, still works most of the time. And we have in-person giving here. We have the Christ candle you can stop by and check out and just relax and connect. And then we have some readings and affirmations. And then we make a circle and go from there.
But let's say our abundance affirmation together.
Sounds good to me.
Let's stand and do it. Let's get some energy in this place. So, Unity in the Seven Hills is abundantly blessed. Creative people are drawn to us.
Divine ideas flow through us. Financial resources bless us. And we accomplish mighty works together. Thank you. So now something wonderful.
Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, oh, I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go, no, it won't let go. All this love inside. We can let it shine out, yes we can. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go, no, it won't let go. All this love inside. We can let it shine out, yes we can. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go, no, it won't let go. All this love inside. We can let it shine out, yes we can. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go, no, it won't let go. All this love inside, yeah. We can let it shine out, yes we can. Something wonderful. Yeah. Let's hear from the youth, shall we? There you are.
We made crazy bean faces today. I had multiple colors of beans that we glued on a little face template to make the most beautiful person we could make.
See.
They're all different and wonderful and downstairs drying. Please feel free to look at them at the table down there.
Cheers. So we're going to close today. Big thank you to Reverend Kate for speaking today. There you are. Thank you. And we're going to close today with the peace song in C. What? Oh, let's bless our gifts first. Let's not forget that. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. United in mind, body, and spirit, I dedicate these gifts as they grow to bless our community, our neighborhood, and our world. I worked out a few weeks ago. You know how there's this thing when you do your meditation, you know, sometimes you put your thumb together. I worked out that's probably because Buddha was a guitarist. Or whoever. Let's sing before I say anything else that'll get me in trouble. Together. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there take. Yes, this is my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. There you are. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. Come downstairs for some coffee.